In a world filled with breathtaking destinations where travel promises discovery, culture, and adventure, there are still places where crossing the border comes with extraordinary risk. Some countries in 2025 are not just difficult, they are profoundly unsafe for visitors. Active wars, terrorism, kidnappings, and systemic instability create environments where even the best travel insurance and preparation may not protect you. This is not about shaming nations or their people. It's about awareness. It's about understanding the real dangers present on the ground, based on official government warnings, global peace studies, and terrorism indexes. It's about keeping travelers safe until better days return. So join us as we count down the top 10 most unsafe countries to visit in 2025. At number 10, we begin with Ukraine. Ukraine remains one of the most dangerous destinations for visitors. The ongoing war sparked by Russia's invasion in 2022 continues to rage into 2025. Missile strikes and drone attacks have struck residential neighborhoods, transport hubs, and even cultural sites. The U.S. State Department has renewed its strongest possible warning: do not travel. For visitors, the risks are everywhere. Front lines shift unexpectedly, cities once considered safe find themselves under bombardment, and unexploded ordnance litters the countryside. Number 9, Russia. It may surprise some that Russia ranks so high, but the warnings are clear. Beyond the dangers of war-related instability, foreigners face the risk of harassment, surveillance, and even wrongful detention. The State Department bluntly warns that American and Western travelers have been arbitrarily arrested. Travel here is further complicated by sanctions, flight restrictions, and the growing unpredictability of state behavior. Russia in 2025 is not a safe destination for ordinary visitors. Number 8 takes us to Haiti. This Caribbean nation is blessed with natural beauty and resilience, but its streets today are gripped by something far darker. Gang violence dominates the capital, Port-au-Prince. Armed groups control key highways, roadblocks appear at random, and kidnappings have become a grim industry. Even major cruise lines have suspended operations. Haiti is not safe for tourism in 2025. Number 7, Burkina Faso. At the heart of the Sahel, Burkina Faso has become one of the most terrorism-affected nations on Earth. Extremist groups have expanded their reach, carrying out raids on towns, ambushes on highways, and deadly attacks on civilians. Foreigners are especially vulnerable to kidnapping. Movement across large swaths of the country is unsafe, and medical evacuation in emergencies is difficult, if not impossible. For travelers, it is simply not an option. At number 6, we arrive in Libya. A country of breathtaking Roman ruins and Mediterranean coastline, Libya has been scarred by civil war and political division for more than a decade. In 2025, the danger remains acute. Militias, shifting front lines, and sporadic clashes make the security environment unpredictable. Kidnappings, terrorism, and unexploded landmines add to the risks. Libya's treasures remain locked behind instability. Until governance and security stabilize, travel here remains extraordinarily unsafe. Number 5, Somalia. Somalia in 2025 remains one of the most volatile security environments in the world. Al-Shabaab, the Islamist militant group, continues to stage frequent attacks, including bombings, assassinations, and assaults on hotels and government buildings. The threat extends beyond land. Off the Somali coast, piracy still lingers as a danger to maritime travel. Somalia is rich in history and culture, but for outsiders in 2025, its dangers outweigh its wonders. Number 4, Syria. More than a decade of civil war has left Syria fragmented and unstable. In 2025, terrorism, armed conflict, kidnapping, and unrest are all ongoing threats. The U.S. Embassy in Damascus has been closed since 2012, leaving foreigners with virtually no official support. Extremist organizations remain active, and incidents of hostage-taking continue to be reported. For Syria, tourism is not possible today. Its ancient wonders remain hidden behind the tragic realities of conflict. At number 3, Afghanistan. The name alone evokes decades of conflict, and unfortunately 2025 is no different. Afghanistan remains under the highest travel warning: do not travel. Terrorist groups continue to strike civilian and government targets. Suicide bombings and assassinations are frequent, and landmines make even rural exploration deadly. On top of this, wrongful detentions of foreigners have been reported. Even highly trained humanitarian groups and journalists face enormous risks here. For tourists, Afghanistan remains completely off-limits. Number 2, Sudan. Since April 2023, Sudan has been engulfed in a devastating civil war. By 2025, the violence has displaced millions, with fighting stretching across Khartoum, Darfur, and beyond. Entire neighborhoods have been shelled, humanitarian aid has been blocked, and communications often collapse. For travelers, the dangers are overwhelming. Armed conflict in urban centers, roadblocks, looting, kidnappings, and airstrikes. Sudan's rich cultural heritage and warm people deserve peace, but for now, the country is one of the world's most dangerous destinations. Finally, at number 1, Yemen. Yemen has faced nearly a decade of war, and 2025 has not brought peace. The threats here are layered: terrorism, armed conflict, kidnappings, civil unrest, air and missile strikes, and landmines scattered across the countryside. The dangers extend to the seas, with threats to shipping and drone activity along the Red Sea routes. Yemen's beauty is undeniable. The historic city of Sana'a, its mountains and coastline are treasures of the Arab world. But for now, they remain inaccessible, locked behind a war that has made it the single most unsafe country for travelers in 2025. Other countries also remain high risk this year. Mali, where terrorism and kidnappings dominate headlines. Lebanon,